you a new product produced by Edible Supply. It is edible cake paint. It is cocoa butter based, so it has a thickness to it that you can actually layer your designs, something quite different to anything else that's been on the market. It's absolutely fantastic for making flowers and for building dimension. It comes solid in a bottle like this that needs to be heated. And I find the most efficient way of heating the cake paint is to put the bottles in a little bath of boiling water. I normally leave the bottles in there for approximately a minute to 2, depending on how many bottles you have, to melt the cocoa butter. Once the cocoa butter is fluid, give the bottle a good shake, and that will temper the cocoa butter and melt the butter and the color together. Then simply sit your bottles in the bath of water and you're ready to go. You can airbrush with them. They are fantastic for working with an airbrush because the cocoa butter is so thin. It can go through a regular airbrush, and I have another video explaining how to do that. But what I want to show you right now is how to work with edible images. Edible Supply has a printing paper, an edible paper with edible inks, and they actually printed this for me. This can go directly on the cake as it is. I'm sure you've seen these around, but I like to give my work an added dimension, and so I'm going to use this for building up a flower that I can put on my cake. The background is nice and dark, so I already have my dark shadows in there, and I'm going to work around bringing in a beautiful red rose for love, and I love the paint, so I think it goes appropriately. I'm going to make this red rose, build it up, and the great thing about the paints, it's like working with oil paints. You can run colors together, you can build up, and if you make a mistake, you can even scratch off the excess, scratch off where you don't want it to be, and start again. So let's start off with the red paint. You do need to have a nice wad of paper towels because you're going to be wiping off your brushes with those. Dip it into your paint bottle and work on the outline of your petals. It's almost like working with a coloring book. You're coloring in your petals. So I'm going to work in my outlines. You can start off by working it relatively thinly, and we will build up as we go. That's just the beginning. We're going to build up layers on this. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to brighten the colors up. It's very seldom working with cake colors that you can work from dark to light. I like to do that with these because you can actually add the light above the dark, and that creates your highlights. It makes it a lot easier to paint. Keep layering as you go. So now I'm working on the green leaves, just painting within the lines. So this is the finished product. I hope you've enjoyed our little seminars. Do work with our product. I know you're going to love it.